Hi, my name is Huffing. I'm a mother of two and I have background in physical therapy. Today, I would like to share with you two techniques that you could use for yourself and for your child for when you have a lot of phlegm in your chest. But no matter how hard you cough, the phlegm doesn't seem to be able to get cleared. And as always, if you are concerned about your condition or your child's condition, please seek medical advice. Otherwise, you could definitely try out these two techniques to help mobilize the phlegm in your chest and help bring and clear it out. The first technique that I'm going to share with you is known as the active cycle of breathing technique, also known as ACBT. This technique comprises of three components to it. First of all is the breathing control exercise, followed by the chest expansion exercise, and last but not least, huffing or coughing. So let's just go to the first part, breathing control. It's pretty much breathing normally, so breathing in through your nose, but gently breathing out through your mouth. And by doing this technique, that helps relax the airways. So think about repeating this 5 times. Okay, after doing 5 breathing control exercises, you follow on to the chest expansion exercises, which is pretty much deep breathing. So you're breathing in through your nose and hold for 3 seconds. By holding for 3 seconds, this helps get the air into the smaller airways and also behind the mucus. Hold for 3 seconds and then you slowly breathe out through your mouth. So same like breathing control, you repeat this breathing 5 times. Breathing in through your nose. Hold for 3 seconds and breathing out through your mouth. The last part of this exercise is known as huffing or coughing. Huffing or coughing is a forced expiratory technique. So when you're breathing out, you're forcing the air out at a faster pace. And by doing this, that helps move the mucus or the secretions up to the larger airways and eventually up to your throat, and you'll be able to cough your phlegm out from the lungs. Now that you are aware of the 3 types of exercises, we start to connect them together into a cycle. So starting with 5 breathing control exercises, followed by the 5 chest expansion exercise, and then another 5 breathing control exercise, and you end with the huff or cough. So that's considered one cycle. So once you get to the huff or the cough, if there's phlegm, you'll be able to cough it out. If you feel like nothing's coming out, you repeat that cycle again. So 5 breathing control exercise, then 5 chest expansion exercise, 5 breathing control exercise, and then another huff or cough. And you can repeat that a few cycles. This ACBT exercise is particularly beneficial for an individual that produces a lot of phlegm. So for someone with bronchiectasis, but I mean if your child is unwell and has a lot of phlegm that can't be cleared, you could be using this technique as well. The next technique that I'm going to talk about is bubble PEP, also known as bubble, positive expiratory pressure. This technique involves blowing bubble in water via a tube. And as you blow air into the tubing, that creates a positive pressure that holds open the airways for a little bit longer, thus allowing air to get behind the phlegm in your lungs. And by doing this, that helps move the secretion up to your larger airways as well. With this technique, you require a few equipment. So you can get a milk bottle or like a jar that you can fill up water with, and you can get a plastic tubing or vinyl tubing that you can get from your local hardware store. and you need about 40 centimeters of that. So you put the tubing into your jar and then you fill the water about halfway through. So with this technique, you take a deep breath and then you blow as long as you can into the tube, and that will be creating bubbles in the water. So blowing out as long as you can, and then you repeat this. So taking a deep breath and then blowing into the tube, creating bubbles in the jar as long as you can. So repeat this about 5 times, and then you take a breather. So have a little break after that, and then you can repeat this again. So try 5 breaths of blowing bubbles, and then similar to the first technique, you end up with a huff to see whether you can clear any phlegm out of the lungs. As you can see, these 2 techniques has a few instructions to it. So from my experience, 4 and above is a good age to try these exercises out. And you can make it fun. So for example, the bubbled water, you can use a bit of coloring to make it look more interesting. And you could also make the exercise a competition, so who can hold their breath a little longer. Yeah, so give it a go. Let me know how you go. Until next time.